Have you ever heard statistics and measure of central tendency and its kind? Well, if you have, you know how important it is. It always collects data and helps in analyzation. You might be wondering, what does this have to do with analyzing data? Well, through the different methods, we will be able to analyze the data. My name is H. Somzola. I'm a student of Mizoram University, studying in MBA. If you watch these slides, you will be able to know the meaning and advantages and limitations of statistics, measures of central tendency and its importance, quartile, measures of dispersion, range and interquartile range. So let's begin with the meaning of statistics. It is a branch of mathematics that deals with the collection, organization, presentation, analyzation, and interpretation of numerical data. Here are some scope of statistics. Point number 1. Presents facts in simple form. Statistics present facts and figures in a definite form that makes a statement logical and convincing than mere description. Point number 2. Reduce the complexity of data. Statistics simplifies the complexity of data. The raw data are unintelligible. We make them simple and intelligible by using different statistical measures. Point number 3. Facilitate comparisons. Comparisons between different sets of observation is an important function of statistics. Comparison is necessary to draw conclusions, as Professor Boddington rightly points out. The objectives of statistics is to enable comparisons between past and present results to ascertain the reasons for change which have taken place and the effect of such changes in future. Testing hypotheses. Formulating and testing of hypotheses is an important function of statistics. This helps in developing new theories, so statistics examines the truth and helps in innovating new ideas. Formulation of policies. Statistics helps in formulating plans and policies in different fields. Statistical analysis of data forms the beginning of policy formulations. Hence, statistics is essential for planners, economists, scientists, and administrators to prepare different plans and programs. Forecasting. The future is uncertain. Statistics helps in forecasting the trends and tendencies. Statistical techniques are used for predicting the future values for a variable. Derives valid inferences. Statistical methods mainly aim at deriving inferences from an inquiry. Statistical techniques are often used by scholars, planners, and scientists to evaluate different projects. These techniques are also used to draw inferences regarding population parameters on the basis of sample information. These statistics also had a limitations. Here are some points or limitations of statistics. Qualitative aspect ignored. The statistical methods don't study the nature of phenomenon which cannot be expressed in quantitative terms. It does not deal with individual items. It is clear from the definition given by Professor Horace Skekris. By statistic we mean aggregates of facts and placed in relation to each other, that statistics deals with only aggregates of facts or items and is not recognize any individual item. It does not depict the entire story of phenomenon. One given phenomena happen that is due to many causes, but all these causes cannot be expressed in terms of data, so we cannot reach at the correct conclusions. It is liable to miscue. One of the shortcomings of statistics is that do not bear on their face the level of their quality. So we can say that we can check the data and procedures of its approaching to conclusions. Laws are not exact. As far as two fundamental laws are concerned with statistics, law of inertia of large numbers and law of statistical regularity are not as good as their science laws. Results are true only on average. Statistics largely deals with average, and this average may be made up of individual items radically different from each other. Too many methods to study problems. In this subject, we use so many methods to find a single result. Variation can be found by quartile deviation, mean deviation, or standard deviation, and results vary in each case. Statistical results are not always beyond doubt. Statistics deals only with measurable aspects of things and therefore can seldom give the complete solution to problem. They provide a basis for judgment but not the whole judgment. And here comes measure of central tendency. It is a central value or a typical value for a probability distribution. The most common measures of central tendency are the arithmetic mean, the median, and the mode. Here are some importance of central tendency. It is helpful to find representative value, and it is able to make more concise data. It is helpful to make comparisons. Last but not the least, it is helpful in further statistical analysis. Mean. It is the most popular and well-known measure of central tendency. It can be used with both discrete and continuous data, although its use is most often with continuous data. With this mean, it is the only measure of central tendency where the sum of the deviations of each value from the mean is always turns out to be zero. Median. This median is the middle value. The median is less affected by outliers and skewed data. It is the value that splits the data set in half to find the median. Mode. The mode is the value that occurs the most frequently. The mode is the only measure of central tendency that can be used with categorical data. Quartile. This quartile is a type of quantile. These are the values that divide a list of numbers into quarters. Each set of scores has 3 quartiles. Here comes measures of dispersion. The measure of dispersion help to interpret the variability of data, that is to know how much homogeneous or heterogeneous the data is. There are two types of measures of dispersion. They are absolute measure of dispersion and relative measure of dispersion. Range. It is the easiest and quickest way to determine out of all the measures of variability. It is simply the difference of the highest and the lowest score in a set of data. Interquartile range. This is the measure of a variability that is not affected by outliers. It is based on quartiles. Thank you.